What's going on, guys? My name's John J. II, here with this new channel called TownDisc. Today I'm just gonna get some field work in. I try to do this every day after I go to the gym. The gym's right down the road from me, so I just try to stop at one of these parks or schools with a lot of open space and just take a spot out in the distance there and just kind of go for it and see how we can do, see how we can improve our throws. And I've already improved a lot. Last season, even in the summer, I really undermined the whole aspect of field work, but a couple of guys in our group, Carson and Derek, really told me that it's very important to utilize field work and just kind of throwing, even if there's no baskets there, just to kind of utilize that and improve your game as much as you can. I'll stop talking. I'll kind of tell you guys a little bit about the discs I'm about to throw here. So I got a Discraft ESP Nuke. I've been throwing this a lot. It's quite dirty, actually. Very beat-in disc, but it's very overstable. I noticed that I used to throw it and it hyzer out quite a bit. I just couldn't really utilize it on many shots unless I had to really throw a spike hyzer or something crazy like that. But I've been turning it over a lot better and really extending through my throw and using my shoulder a lot more to kind of go through that and extend. And it's been helping me a lot. I've really been able to straighten it out quite a bit. We got this Pro Destroyer here. I really love throwing the Nova Destroyer. My favorite, and Carson's gonna hate me for this, but I love throwing the DX Destroyers. The DX one's a little bit cheaper plastic, but the way it flies and the way it flexes out, and it can kind of really get versatile as far as hitting some really interesting lines, so I really like it. The Pro Destroyer, though, on the other hand, flies a little bit different, but it flies similar. But I like how it's kind of a medium stable disc. It's not too overstable, not too understable, so you can kind of really shape your shot with it. I really like this one a lot. Then we got the Innova Corvette. This is kind of a undermined disc as far as disc golf goes. You don't see a lot of pros throwing this disc. It's a little bit mounted. See how it bubbles up a little bit like that. You'd think it'd be a really overstable disc, kind of like the Nuke, but it's actually quite understable. So I don't have to turn it over as much to get it to go straight. But it's just a really fun disc to throw because we got a headwind coming our way, and I'm gonna try to aim towards that pine tree out in the distance here in a minute. And then I got this Discraft Ti Avenger SS. So this is probably one of my favorite discs that Discraft makes and produces. Made out of titanium plastic. It's a really nice disc. It feels really good in the hand, and I really like it. I like it a lot. And it flies really nice, quite understable disc, pretty flat at the top, not too bubbly. You can look at it there, but it's just a really nice disc, flies really straight. If you put it on a good line, it can go straight for quite a while and it'll hyzer back a little bit at the end, but if you put a little too much turn on it, you can even make it ante a little bit. Well, let's just get right into it. So we're gonna start with the Discraft Nuke, ESP Nuke. ESP plastic is pretty durable, but as you can see, I got a lot of gashes in this. It's hit a lot of trees in the past, hit a lot of cages. I still throw this disc a lot. I think it flies better, so let's see it. Try not to slip on the snow. So as you can see, that's not too bad. It started going to the right a little bit. That's kind of the turnover I've been turning into it. Extend and kind of let it release. It's hard to do that with that overstable disc, but you kind of have to, and you can even see at the end it really hyzered pretty hard. So it was a little bit nose up too, so that's another thing you got to watch out for. Trust the flight of the disc to be able to go down and rise up, because that's what it's made for. All right, next we got the Pro Destroyer. Pro Destroyer, baby. It's a really fun disc to throw, and it hasn't hit too many trees yet, so I haven't really threw it though that much in competitive play, so it's pretty good. We'll give it a try. Kept that one a little low, but it went pretty straight. As you can see, if you put it on a hard line and snap your wrist really hard, put it up in the air, it'll definitely hyzer back, but if you put a really hard ante line, you can even turn that into a roller if you really wanted to. There you go. Now we got the Corvette, Innova Corvette. A little dirty, I gotta clean my discs off a little bit, but it's okay, it's a good disc. Let's see how this throws. I'm gonna try to leave it outside to the right a little bit and see if it can hyzer back. Very understable disc, so we'll try to put it out there and see what we can do. Hopefully you can see that. It's pretty good. I was happy with that. Really low, stayed straight for the longest time, hyzered out at the end. I'm happy with that. All right, finally we got the titanium Avenger SS made by Discraft. This is one of the heavier versions. I'd say this is probably up there in the mid 170 ranges, and I can really turn it over quite a bit. I can really shape my lines with it, kind of like the Destroyer. But yeah, let's give it a try. I don't know if you saw that, kind of went out of frame after it went over the hill right there, but it really went really hard. Didn't want to keep it too nose up, really wanted to see that extension in distance with that flight. But I'd be happy with that, especially on a narrow tee. So I'd be happy with that. I'd take that all day long, but a little bit of ante to finish. There you go. Yeah, well, hey, thanks for joining us. I'd love to see you back here next time. I really had fun throwing these discs, kind of getting some field work in. I do this every day, try to. Weather permitting, obviously Michigan, you never really know the weather you're gonna get, but we try to get out there. I know a lot of the guys in the collective like to do that too. Like to get out there, get that field work in, get ready for spring. A lot of tournaments coming up, a lot of guys compete for money, you know, and stuff. So give them a lot of credit for doing that. And preparing in the winter and the cold months, it's really tough to do that. And we always have our good friendly competitions just amongst ourselves, have a lot of fun doing it. Maybe throw some money down the line, always makes it more interesting. And just the strive to get better is so amazing to see in these guys, and I love seeing it, and I love to get better myself and enhance the sport and grow the sport. So thanks for joining us again. I'm John J. II. This is TownDisc. Have a great day.